Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Nick Vigil gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Vikings 7.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Play fake. Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
17-yard line.
From the 17, Mayfield. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in a running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. On third down, Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
21. Vikings 7. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mon looks to throw. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Let's go, defense.
Mon now off of play action. Rolling to his right. Touchdown, Vikings! A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 44-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Alexander with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly hoped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to doubt.
And that's caught inside the 35.
Woo! Give me some.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. That man right there, John Ross, remember, he ran the fastest combine 40 in history, 4.22 seconds, and he showed off that speed right there. Wow. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
28, Vikings 17. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jadeveon Clowney providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Mond looks to throw on first down.
He'll dump this off to Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
They go play action here. Mond swinging this out wide here for Cook.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he will have a Vikings first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Now Mond. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Vikings 24.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Peoples-Jones returning. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down.
He'll find Schwartz complete right side.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Throwing, Mayfield.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41.
Oh, a terrific play there by Harrison Smith. And one thing you always get comfortable with going into a game, his smarts and his ability to be around the ball. He tied his career high with 5 interceptions last year. Another one goes to his total.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Try to lay one up deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now Landry. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 2.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the interception, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
McCann's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
At the 45-yard line.
Coming after you. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Switch.
From the gun, here's Mon.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack.
Mon. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
A gain there of 21 yards. First down, Mayfield. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final cut. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Going deep downfield for Ross. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked by Jeff Gladney. And the Vikings are right back in this football game.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 26. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, Mon.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and 6. At the 29-yard
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So Cleveland able to come.